Hello everyone, welcome to today's reading on what do I need to know right now. This can be in regards to a relationship or a situation that you're currently going through, or if you're manifesting something, is there anything that needs to come through for you to get yourself realigned to your highest good and highest path. And if you need to understand anything or know anything at this time, this is it's gonna cover that sort of stuff. So go ahead, use your intuition to pick one of the four piles here. We have for pile number 1, we have rose quartz. For pile number 2, we have this yellow-green jasper. For pile number 3, we have lapis lazuli. And for pile number 4, we have this hematite. So go ahead and pause the video if you need more time, and then you can just skip ahead to the pile with your timestamp. Welcome, pile number 1. Let's take a look at what is this, what are we gonna talk about? So let me just pull a card from the Kipper deck and see like what are we going to be looking at today for you guys. For pile number 1, what is the main idea, theme that we're going to be talking about? Pile number 1. Okay, let's see. Pile number 1. What does pile 1 need to know right now? What are we talking about today? What are we talking about today? So pile number 1, the energies that are coming for you guys is in regards to it has to do with travel, it has to do with relationships in regards to money, and you are probably going to be traveling for it here with the journey card. Either you're going to be moving somewhere different location wise, and it's going to have to do with your money, your finances. I feel mostly here it's all about finances. I don't see the relationship, the romantic aspect to be that strong. I feel like this is talking about relationship with money, relationship with, your money basically. So I'll just keep this card out here for reference. Then let's see, now let's ask, what is pile number 1? What does pile number 1 need to know about this? Let's keep the question really open-ended and ask, what does pile number 1 need to know about this? Okay, so it has to do with your soul tribe. I feel like wherever you're gonna go next to get this relationship with money, or whatever new job or whatever you are currently pursuing, either it can be in regards to either you finding a new job somewhere, or it could also be you collaborating with people on projects that's gonna bring you money, or it can even be like moving to a location and doing a job there, and it's going to be emotionally fulfilling. Okay, so it has to do with, okay, so what you need to know about this is it is required that you at this time are speaking from your heart and speaking your truth, because our vibration is very much the words, the actions, the thoughts we project out. So it's very important that you are making choices and saying things that are in alignment with your truth. And because if you're going to hold back again this time, if you're going to feel that you don't belong, or people may not, so what I feel here for pile number 1 is, what do you need to know about this in regards to whatever new job you're looking for, or you can even be a student looking for a guide to give you funding or something, but you feel, because you've always felt like different separate from the crowd. This girl is standing out and people around her, she's not able to merge with them, and she has this fear that she's not going to be accepted, or she's very different from the rest of them, and maybe they will not be able to appreciate what she has to offer in this situation. And the guidance for you, pile number 1, is that what you need to focus on is not fear this, because this was very much the past energy, because you were not accepting yourself, you were not speaking from your truth, you were attracting people who were projecting back the same ideas onto you. So it's very important that you appreciate and almost be proud of your truth, and know that there are people out there who will respect that, and who will want that, who will want to have that, who will cherish that, who will see how invaluable that is, what you have to offer, and you will be part of the group. You will be part of the people around. You're not going to be feeling this way anymore. What am I afraid of losing? So there may be a little bit of fear here as you try to express this heartfelt truth. You may be holding back. You may be afraid that you have to be a certain way, act a certain way, say certain things, so that you can keep or get somebody's attention to what you have to offer. And this is saying you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. So just speak your truth as and what it is, without trying to shift or manipulate or hide certain aspects of yourself, because this is what you're attracting next is very different from what you had in the past. Let's see, what is fire? See, you've always felt this way. You've always felt like you could connect to animals, trees, nature better than people, and so you're afraid that, will I have to compromise my truth again? But the truth is, no, you're gonna find your perfect match. You're gonna see eye to eye on things. It's so funny. You're gonna see eye to eye on things, and the person whom you reach out to, they're going to be surprised that you exist, that you they are going to be like, really, like, they will have you will have their attention, like, pretty strong, and they will not be able to deny it. So there is this person out there that you have to seek. This is in some sort of collaboration. This can be a boss, this can be any person you are wanting to collaborate with in regards to your money, your finances. And this is saying you are going to get their attention, and they are going to see your value, and you're gonna see eye to eye, and you will not have to feel this way anymore. And you're going to have to you're gonna try to work on yourself, trying to how in this image I don't know what's happening here, but Bob here, he's trying to remove his chest hair or something. So I feel like he's trying to primp himself up for this new event. But you don't have to be scared. You're gonna be nervous, you're gonna be feeling like, oh, I need to work on this, or I need to work on that. And it doesn't have to be your physical appearance. It can be in terms of, oh no, I need to prepare this, or I need to prepare that before I reach out to them, or I'm not ready yet. But you are ready. So don't give in to that misconception that you need to do something in order to feel worthy to work with this person. No, you are ready. You are going to get their attention. They are going to see your value. And all you need to do is not feel that you're not part of the community around you. You're going to feel very part of the community, because this is going to be your soul tribe. And how you can do that is by accepting what your truth is and not shying away from it, or feeling that it's way too different, people are not going to get it, or feeling like if I have to tell my truth, I have to embellish it in a way that is acceptable to them. No, you don't need to do that. Just say what you are, and just don't be afraid of losing, because you may be feeling that if you reach out to 10 people, only 8 of them don't understand what you're saying. So you're sort of afraid of this rejection and abandonment. And what he's saying, put yourself out there with your truth, and let the right match peak. Let the right match find the way back to you. Okay, your part of the deal is speak your truth and reach out, and then surrender and not give in to this fear here. Beautiful, pile number 1. Okay, let's see what is the life coach tarot deck has to say. What does pile 1 need to know? Connection. Yes. So you have been hurt in the past because of connections that did not see what you were offering, and their loss, because what you offer is something very, very special. And unfortunately, not everyone is able to appreciate that just yet. And so you thought that because people around you never appreciated you for what you are, it's always going to be like that. No, it doesn't have to be. Once you are aware of these things, you can change your future by accepting those things about yourself, and then attracting people that can value that about you, and not settling for people who don't value that. So it's all about reconnecting with people who value you just the way you are. Okay, so this is all about, you may be stressing a little bit right now as to, whom do I reach out to? Whom do I collaborate with? Is this right for me? No. A little bit overthinking, a little bit in your head. And this is saying just lighten up, just enjoy the process, and you will find perception sees beauty in everything. So this current situation may be really weighing on you. You may be putting a little bit too much pressure on yourself to find the right person, to do the right thing, to say the right things. It's too much perfection seeking going on right now, pile number 1. And the guidance here is that even though this situation may be very uncomfortable, where you're being pushed to move out of your comfort zone and put yourself out there, and that too with your truth that you've never said or accepted this way before, it can be very daunting, So this may be getting to you, the situation may be getting to you right now, and the guidance is to see the beauty in this situation and how you are changing your life for the better. You are attracting people who are going to match your vibration this time, and it's something to be excited about, right? And what he's saying, you cannot go wrong in this. You will find the right person who is meant to find you. This is divine timing, and just keep following your inspirations. Don't be too hard on yourself as to if this is right or not right, or if you have to do something else. Just go with the flow, just do things as and when it feels right, and you're gonna find success in this situation. So let me see if there's anything left. Pile number 1 to know and understand. Is there anything else pile number 1 needs to know about their situation? Is there anything else pile number 1 needs to know? divine protection, caution, manipulation. So all this is saying is that be conscious, because be conscious when you're connected to your higher self and when you're chasing something. So just be aware and mindful of that in this current situation. Like, you will feel anxious and you'll feel like you're chasing something. Just realign or center yourself again and tell yourself that you are your highest self and you're gonna attract what's in your highest good, the highest best possibility, and then just surrender and let go and be open. So every time it feels off, recenter yourself. And that's the guidance for you today, pile number 1. That's all I have. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you guys later. Welcome, pile number 2. Let's take a look at what do you need to know right now. Let's see, what does pile number 2 need to know right now? What are we gonna talk about today for pile number 2? Health. Interesting. So pile 2 needs to know about somebody. Either this could be them, either this could be you, pile 2, who is not feeling so well right now, or this could be a person in your surrounding you're very emotionally connected to who is suffering from bad health in this current situation. So this is very much focused on health issues. Either yours or somebody very close to you may be experiencing this. So let's see. What does pile 2 need to know about this? Okay, so I'm getting like for pile number 2, you may need to pay attention to the food here, is what I feel. The food that you eat, the food that you are serving to them. Make sure that you are blessing the food that you're eating and always cleansing the energy of the food that you're eating and what they're eating, because it's gonna be very helpful if you bless the food with the right intentions every time you eat. I know this can get people can forget it or in the rush not feel like they are doing it. It's very easy to miss that, but it's very important that you do it. So if you were somebody who was doing that before, the guidance is to continue doing that, to continue to bless your food and not be lazy about that. I feel like this person is has been okay. So there is some sort of, you signed up for this experience yourself. So if you are currently in this energy of why is this happening to me, why is this happening to the person around me, or like that, know that your subconscious signed up for it. So try to, instead of be in this victim energy of self-pity, try to see why you have attracted this. What are you learning from this? Let's see, what is pile number 2 learning from this? What is pile 2 learning from this? What is this long-term contract? Okay. Yes, you have. Okay, so why this happened to you, pile number 2, or to this person, is because there was a very blocked way of being for this person or for yourself. If you are in this energy, there was so much rigidity, so much opposition to change, so much linear way of moving in life. Like this happens at this time, this happens at this time, everything happens perfectly in how society is working right now. You get married at certain age, you have children at certain age, you find a job at certain age, everything is going to plan, the ego is happy. But the universe is like, this is not how one is meant to be living their life. Life is not meant to be so rigid. It's meant to be flowy. It's meant to be evolving. It's meant to make you experience things that expand your consciousness, that help you break free from your limitations of the ego. And I feel like this bad health situation is going to help you or the people around you in this situation to be more open to change, to find new ways of being happy in the situation, to find that things are not always going to be so perfect. And instead of feeling sad about it, that this has happened to me, try to find new ways of working through this situation and how to find your peace and happiness in this situation, and what this situation is, how situation is helping you break free from your own limitations, your own rigidity. And this is a very big opportunity for everyone involved in this situation, for evolution, for change. And because of this bad health, this is also given you, this is always also given you this opportunity to spend time with yourself. So make sure that you are taking the time out, you're not distracting yourself too much with other things, with other thought, vainly watching television or just distracting yourself with work. This is why the situation manifested, because you need to face the truth now. No more distractions for pile number 2. And don't take this to be too harsh, but yeah, the time has come for you to address this, what is not right, what needs to change, what needs to be healed. This is the time for you guys to focus on that. So use this time wisely to feel happy, to embrace this change and opportunity and everything that it has to offer. Let's see, what does pile 2 need to know? What does pile 2 need to know? Am I in my head or in my heart? So because of this rigidity, pile number 2, like we have here, you may think that no, I was not rigid. I was doing everything perfectly and I'm the victim in this situation. It's very easy to think about these things like that. Like, I'm the victim here. No. Well, that's just for some of you. This message is not going to resonate with everybody. So let's come back to the situation. So what I feel here is this is a very good opportunity and time for pile number 2 to think, to evaluate how have they been living their life, how much of their heart have they been following, have they truly been emotionally fulfilled, or was it all about satisfying your ego-based needs, your survival needs, very very surface level happiness, very goal-oriented happiness, and just skipping through the depths of things, the depth of life and the depth of yourself. So it's all about reconnecting with your heart and soul at this time for pile number 2. What is the most limiting belief keeping me from what I want right now? So what I get here is that this is the best time for you to rewire your thought patterns, to change the way you think, to change the way you see things. So if right now you're seeing the situation as really bad, meditating on that, understanding that, going in depth as to what is truly making me sad. Why does my ego think that everything needs to be perfect in order for me to be happy? How can I change that? How can I find my happiness right here, right now, and start being grateful that this happened, that I am still here, I am still like if somebody has passed away, for some of you, this is not going to resonate with everybody. Someone may have passed away because of bad health, and acknowledging that they are not gone, because the energy doesn't die, the energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Energy is their presence, their soul essence is energy, and they may have moved away in body, but their energy is still alive, and you're gonna find their energy and everything that belonged to them. Their energy signature is still gonna be there for some time if somebody's recently passed away. So instead of feeling that I have completely lost this person, and yes, you may not be able to use the five senses to communicate with them, but if you can connect to the deeper levels of yourself, the other dimensions of yourself, connect yourself to your heart, you can connect yourself to this person. You will feel their presence around you, you will feel their vibration, and you can even channel their thoughts, what they want to say to you, what you need to hear from them. Everything can be done. So instead of limiting yourself from thinking that no, I have lost this person and I cannot communicate with them anymore, that is just a limiting belief. You can communicate with them even when they're gone. Okay, the other thing that is coming up is if the person is still alive and present, or you are still alive and present, this is a good opportunity for you to be grateful that you're still alive, that you do have these senses to communicate with, and just focus on feeling this vibration of love within you. Because if you're struggling with bad health, love and happiness and releasing all those negative heavy emotions of guilt, of anger, of pain is going to help you heal your body. Try to focus on the light, the source light coming and healing, passing through all your veins, nerves, body, muscle, tissue, and healing everything. And focus on that feeling, and know that you're safe and protected, and everything is okay and just the way it is supposed to be. Don't blame yourself, victimize yourself. Just focus and reverberate in this energy of love and gratitude. And if there is things that you need to release, emotional trauma or anger or guilt or hatred, work on releasing those emotions, because as long as those emotions, you are embodying those emotions, your vessel is going to suffer. And so it's a good time to reflect on those things and focus on how can you channel more lighter, loving vibrations in your body to keep your vessel happy and healthy. Okay, let's see. What does pile 2 need to know at this time? What does pile 2 need to know? Yep. Oh. You may be feeling really, really scared at this time. You may feel like helpless. You may feel like your safety, your stability, everything may have been shook. You may be feeling quite helpless, and how can I fix this situation? How do I get it moving? And the truth is, the guidance is just surrender and focus on what is in your hands and be grateful for that. Because we feel unhappy or stressed because of us focusing on the negatives, us focusing on victimizing ourselves. So as long as you are not victimizing yourself in your head and focusing on being grateful and doing what best you can in the present moment, and instead of focusing on what will happen in the future or what you did wrong in the past, try to be grateful for the present and work on healing yourself in the present. So there is a very big need for you to shift your focus, to change the way you think right now. This is exactly the reason why all of this has manifested, so that your consciousness can evolve. And it may seem very harsh to the ego, but your soul wanted you to experience this, because for the soul, most important is expanding your consciousness, is to liberate you, is to evolve you. Okay, let's see, what else does pile 2 need to know? Wow, let me see, What else does pile 2 need to know? Stir. Yeah, things have been stirred in your life and it's very uncomfortable for you because you have been in this energy of being super duper rigid for a very long time, and this has stirred everything up and this has brought so much chaos into your life. Now chaos, you will feel happy or sad in this situation based on how you see chaos, how you see change. If you see change as something that is bad and something to be prevented and avoided, then you're going to be miserable at this time. But you can change that by seeing change as something healthy, as something good, as something needed that you were trying to deny perhaps for a very long time, and now it's the time to deal with it. Yes, to be open to this new doors of opportunity, to be able to move through this portal. You're actually moving through an energy portal right now, shifting very strongly in your energy field. And what this does is, let me give you a quick big picture of what happens when you change your consciousness. When you change and evolve your vibration, your whole experience changes. Now this shift, now if you had not gone through this experience in this lifetime, the next lifetime or the next sort of opportunity that you would move towards was going to be very much like this energy that you have been currently in. And you know, the soul was like, now it's time to change things up. There's a better way to live, there's a better way to feel things, and I want you to experience this. For the soul, it's all about experiences, this traversing the spectrum of experiences, and how you. Now the thing is, the body gets degraded because of us holding heavy emotions either in our memory or us through our own experiences. It can be ancestral. So all of those reasons are why the body feels degraded, because we are not being our true essence inside out, and so it takes a toll on the body as well. And so the best way to work this out is to heal as much as possible in every lifetime, you know, so that your consciousness is always expanding and you're becoming a better, healthier version of yourself in every lifetime. So that's the big picture. And for the ego, this may seem like, well, but I need to work on this job right now. This is not the big picture of life. This is not why you were incarnated into this life. It's very easy to get stuck in the matrix and earning money and doing this and that. The truth is, this is why you incarnated. So most people lose touch of that, and through these experiences, it gives us an opportunity to reconnect and to change the way we do things, and not only changing it for ourselves, but being an inspiration for the others around us to make them aware of what the real idea and goal of life is. So for pile number 2, let me get a final message, if there's anything pile number 2 needs to know at this time. Any final message for pile number 2? Long-term plans. I feel like what this is telling me, focus on the present. If you are worried about your future, if you're worried about, well, what's gonna happen in the future, you don't know it. It's very uncertain now with all these things stirring up. Know that as long as you're happy in the present, your future is going to be happy. Don't be too attached to certain outcomes, like I need my future to be exactly like this, otherwise I'll not be happy. And that's exactly the limitation you need to be free from. So yes, have hopes for the future, but focus on the present. And I do want to clarify what this is talking about. Eating, food is very important here. Stress, toss, enjoy. Yeah, this is talking about, you know, enjoy life at this time. This is a blessing for you to. This may not feel so comfortable physically, but your soul is having the time of its life right now, because you're starting to listen to it, you're starting to be open to it, you're starting to toss away stress that had been plaguing the body for so long, and finally embracing the true gifts and things that need to be cherished in this lifetime. So without going on too much into this, I will end your reading here, pile number 2. I hope this helped, and if you are struggling at this time and wish to talk about your own personal individual issues with me, I will leave a link in the description box about my website, and you can get a reading from me, or you can get a therapy session, and we can talk more in depth on what we need to resolve in this situation and how can you be more happy and peaceful in this situation. So best of luck to pile number 2, and I'll move to pile 3 now. Welcome, pile number 3. Those of you who chose lapis lazuli, let's take a look at what do you need to know. What does pile 3 need to know right now? What does pile 3 need to know right now? What are we talking about? Pile number 3. Okay, so we have some concern here. Okay, what are we talking about? Pile number 3. Now it makes sense. So we have a person, both of these people have very much in their head, and this can be in regards to a choice, a path. So what does pile 3 need to know? Either you are this person who is thinking about the path to take. Either you are the masculine energy here, and you may be thinking either about a person or a path that you need to take, or it can imply both meanings. And this is what we are talking about today for pile number 3. Let's see, what does pile 3 need to know about this? Since we already understood the theme, let's take this card away and let's keep this one. And now see, what does pile 3 need to know? Now what is coming up is this could be another person who is thinking about you, or this is you thinking about another person. I feel this is a person, and there's a lot of concern here. Okay, vibrational match. Okay, now it makes sense. So for pile number 3, you are in your thoughts, in your mind, and you were, now in this card what happens is there's this girl in the center, and she is trying to, with her thoughts, manifest a version of herself. Now this version of herself is poor, she has lack of self-worth, she's unable to have healthy boundaries, and this version of herself is the queen, the empress. She is a master manifester. She gets what she wants, not in an unhealthy way, but she's confident in her manifestations and that she will be happy, and she acts out of dignity and self-worth and self-love. So this is you in your head right now, manifesting a version of yourself, and this is what we're going to be talking about right now. Pile number 3. Let's see, what does pile number 3 need to know? What does pile 3 need to know? Protect my dreams, hold my visions. Okay, pile number 3. This is talking about your divine femininity and your manifestations. So we are going to be talking about your manifestations, your dreams. What dreams are you currently manifesting? So we're talking about that, and this can be so many things. Let's take a card on what this thing is for you. What is this manifestation that we're talking about? Because we can be manifesting a lot of things at the same time, so it helps to be specific. What is this dream for pile number 3, if we can get any specifics? So the dream here is of wanting adventure and exploration in life. So you may have been manifesting something, a change in your life that you can, so that you can explore, exploration, adventure, that sort of thing. So your manifestation about this we're talking about. Let's see, is there any other dreams, pile 3, that we're going to be talking about? Flower. So what I feel here is that you people are very close to nature and you like to be around nature. And with this card also, we have so much nature here. And also you are manifesting people who have this softer vibration about them. You know how some people can be like very harsh in their energy? You are currently attracting people who are softer and gentler and fragrant and blossoming in themselves, sort of. So this is a very non-physical energy. So let's see if we can get a particular physical thing that pile 3 may be manifesting. What is this dream for pile 3? What are we talking about for pile 3? What is this dream? It's too many cards. How do I get a specificness? I feel I cannot get a specific. Let's see. What is this dream? Okay. So, beating about the bush, like something magical. You are trying to manifest a magical reality. Like, you know how people only have magic in their imagination? You are trying to manifest magic in your current day-to-day reality. That is your manifestation, pile number 3. And I feel like because of the different people, different dreams, I cannot pinpoint right now what exactly your dream is, but it is something very magical, very ambitious, very true to you, very specific to you as well. So whatever that is for you, we are talking about your manifestation and your techniques of manifestation. So let's see, what does pile 3 need to know? Pile 3, sorry. About their manifestations, about their dreams, about stepping into their creative feminine energy here. Does my life have more room for pleasure and play? So exactly what I said, you are trying to make your day-to-day reality more fun, more playful, more you. So that is what we are talking about. And if this is something, because I feel like whatever your okay, so it's a lot about passion. So let me tell you a few things here. So the people who have chosen pile number 3, either you can be people who want to have this, who want to have a magical reality, or who are trying to come out of that apathetic, dull, boring lifestyle or state of being and feel more passionate about life. And if you're at that stage, then what this reading is going to guide you, or is guiding you right now, is to urge you to ask yourself, what do I enjoy doing the most? Like, if I had the freedom, if everything was the best it could be right now, and if I am the creator of my reality and I can forget about all the obligations and I have all the work I need to do, all the catching up and all the lagging behind and all of the worries, if I can just set all of that aside for a moment, and if I could ask myself, okay, if all of that was sorted out, what would I do right now? If everything was perfect and sorted out, what would I create right now? What would I do right now to make myself happy? and try to keep other energies out of it. Like, if you're thinking, oh, I'll be with my loved one or my partner or my spouse, but he doesn't reply to me, well, think independently as to how you could be happy by yourself first. It's very important to learn how to be happy by yourself in order to have a happy relationship with another person. So just keep that aspect out. Just ask yourself, okay, if that was not an option right now, how could I give that love to myself? Okay, maybe you said if you think, oh, I'll spend time with my spouse, just do the same things with yourself, but you may go like, well, that's no fun, and that's exactly what needs to be healed. That if you feel that by yourself, now this what I'm saying right now may not resonate with everybody, but because I felt drawn to saying it, somebody needed to hear that. Okay, so there's a need to find happiness independently first, and understanding what can I do right now to make myself happy. So let's say you may be thinking that a spouse or spending time with your spouse will make you happy because they are going to pamper you and they're going to tell you I love you and you're going to do things together. Well, instead of all of that, if that's not possible and that's why you're sad, there is a need to look at at the situation right now and tell yourself, well, I love you, and I can tell you that, like, be in a relationship with yourself, how that feels like. Well, I love you and I can do things with you and have lots of fun, because it's like you conversing with your higher self and having a healthy relationship with your own self, and that's what it's coming up as. Okay, so if you're in that stage, that's what this is talking about. And there is a lot of some people who have chosen pile 3, whatever your creative dreams are, you're very ashamed of them, because it may be that the society is not very accepting of them. Maybe you want to be like a tattoo artist and you have conservative parents who are like, well, that's not a real job, or you want to do something unconventional, and people around you are not supportive. And that's why this reading is urging you to release all of that shame and take little practical steps towards that, despite the resistance. Try to do what makes you happy instead of giving in to what other people expect of you. And for those of you who have all this sorted, and the third idea here is your life may be where you want it to be, but it's not very full of life or spark or passion, and that's when you need to be integrating a lot of magic into your little day-to-day things. So 3 different things that I'm seeing here, and it's all have to do with tapping into the divine femininity of yourself. Now, you may be a guy watching the video, but every one of us has a masculine and feminine, divine masculine, divine feminine parts, and the feminine parts, the sacral chakra parts associated with that, can get blocked when we are very good at suppressing our intuition or our nudges, the inner nudges that come to us. So that needs to be healed and unblocked, and try to feel enthusiasm and gratitude for the little things that you do, because I feel that some of you may be taking things or life in general for granted and forgetting to cherish the little things. So those are the 3 things that are coming up. Now let's see, what else does pile 3 need to know? What does pile 3 need to know? Okay, so this is there is blocked feminine energy because there is unhealthy masculine energy trying to block it. This can be your own masculine energy, or this can be somebody around you trying to suppress you from doing that, and because of pride or superiority. And the guidance for you at this moment is let go of all of that and ground yourself in love. Do things that make you come alive, and forget those people who are unable to accept it. They have to go through their own soul healing to be able to appreciate that. But you don't have to wait for them to heal in order for you to start living your life. You can start living your life by healing that part within yourself right now. Okay, let's see, what else does pile 3 need to know? What does pile 3 need to know? So I do feel like with this card, you do have a lot of creative ideas. You have a lot of creativity within you with this card. You know, he's a painter and he's thinking that he'll paint this, but I'm not sure if he's painted that yet. So what's holding you back from doing that, right? And I feel like you have a very strong intuition, and the guidance here is don't let it go untapped. Try to get in touch with yourself. Try to get in touch with your intuition. You are very magical and spiritual, and believe in that and do things knowing that you are that. And know that you're not alone in this. Okay, so what happens is, because we don't get validation from the people around us, we feel alone and targeted. But the message here is that you have your spirit guides, your angels, other beings who are there loving you, hugging you, helping you pursue your passions. And if you're not able to anchor your strength in the people around you, they are guiding you to ask them for this strength and this energy of anchoring yourself. They will help you get validation on whatever you need. So this is a call, this is a, you know, like they're reaching out to you and telling you that I'm there for you, we are there for you, just ask us. And how you do that is firstly setting the intention that I'm open to you, universe, guide me, and please guide me through the way I understand things. And then they will do things that will just be like, okay, this meant something, and then just trust that it meant something. And it's a journey of hit and trial, and understanding how this relationship with the spiritual beings that are not visible to the not visible there because they are not in the physical form, how to build a relationship with them and work with them so that we can evolve and live our best, happiest life. So try to start building that relationship with your own higher self, or if you are very spiritually gifted and open to these things, even reach out to. And you may think you're not spiritually gifted and all of that, and maybe you're just starting out on this journey. Well, it starts from somewhere, you know. You have to set the intention. Like, I was doing this myself 2 years back. I just said, like, if you're there, just guide me. And then things just happen very magically, very lovingly. And, you know, you have to believe in those things. And yes, there were a lot of times when I thought, well, you guided me to do this, but it didn't work out the way it was supposed to. And that's because that's our ego blocking us, focusing on very fixed outcomes. But even after every time I felt that, the next step I took, I knew that it happened for my highest good, even though my ego couldn't see it. And that's the journey of trust that you build with yourself and your higher self and the universe. And you're being nudged to do that. Pile number 3. So let's see any final messages. What does pile 3 need to know? What does pile 3 need to know? Do something fun. If you have been taking your life too seriously, pile number 3, I feel like you have been. You've been taking your dreams way too seriously, and you have forgotten to have a little bit of fun, letting your hair down and just enjoying the process. You have become too scared and lost the fun a little bit. So whatever you're doing right now, whatever you're manifesting, whatever your dream is right now, make sure that you are not stressing about it. You're doing it to explore, you're doing it to have fun. And yes, it may be a very important career opportunity or option or steps that you need to take, but it doesn't have to be in such a serious way, like not in such an anxious way. You can lighten this up and try to have fun in this situation, and know that you will not go wrong in this. Like, there are people around you, or if you don't resonate with that, there are beings around you who are loving you, who are supporting you, It's almost like you're losing touch a little bit, and that's what's making you anxious right now. Some of you needed to hear that. And the guidance is they are always right there with you, and don't be so scared. Everything is going to be okay. Pile number 3. Just remember to have fun along the way. Because you're so scared about your money, about security. It's just getting to you, and they just want to tell you that you're safe. They are holding you like this all the time, so there's no need to be scared. The right person is going to find you. You're gonna find the right person in the right time. Just enjoy. Don't take things too seriously. Don't force yourself to do things out of fear. Like an example would be if I generally would love working just for an hour, but I'm overworking, pushing myself to work for 3 hours because this is such an important thing. Just remove that level of weight that you've given to this thing and try to enjoy it with less weightage. When we're taking things too seriously, what that means is we are considering something very important. What this is saying is, don't put anything more important than your own happiness and the fun that you can have. So as long as you are focusing on, well, this is one of the things, it's not everything, it's not the most important thing, even though to the ego it may seem like that. Just tell yourself what is most important is that I am happy, I'm having fun, I'm not taking life too seriously, I'm not forcing myself to do things that I don't want to do, or being too hard on myself. That's what they're telling. Don't be so hard on yourself. Pile number 3. It's going to be okay. Everything is perfect. You don't have to know everything or see everything in the physical to be able to find your peace. Take this message and reading as a validation and as a way to calm your ego and the fears that you have that you're all alone and this. No, you're not. Okay, so enjoy. It's not too important. Nothing is more important than your own happiness. Your survival will be taken care of. You don't need to worry so much about it. Pile number 3. Okay, so thank you. That was all. Pile number 3. I'll see you guys later. Welcome. Pile number 4. Those of you who chose the Hamadite. Let's take a look at what do you need to know. So firstly, I just wanted to point out this is very shiny and I can almost see my reflection in this, and what that tells me is something that you are mirrored, like something is being mirrored here, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Let's see. What does pile 4 need to know? Let's see. What does pile 4 need to know? What does pile 4 need to know? What does pile 4 need to know? Gift. Okay, let me get some clarifiers. So this is definitely talking about this could be a gift you have, or somebody is going to give, or you are going to give, or let me clarify. What is this talking about? Pile number 4. What does pile 4 need to know? Cloudy. So I was feeling drawn to this image. If you guys can see, it's very cloudy, it's very hazy, some painting in the background, and my attention was being drawn to that, and after that I got clouds here. So let me get more clarifiers. What does pile 4 need to know? What are we talking about here? Oh damn, did you look at that? Look at that. Look at that. And before that, I was seeing, okay, now I get what it means. Because I saw like eyes popping out in the darkness, from the darkness. What does pile 4 need to know? I dropped a card. 1 second. Okay. What does pile 4 need to know? So what I feel here is that so what I feel here with these cards is that you have some talent or ability that seems like is a gift for others, and I'm seeing like a lot of people in the background watching you share this gift. So you know, like if you may have something very special to offer, you know, you are this gift is what I feel. Pile number 4, you are this gift. You are offering yourself to others around you, not in an unhealthy way. You're sharing your abundance, you're sharing your abilities, your gifts with people around you, and it's not very clear whom you're sharing it with. It's very general. There are a lot of people around you you're sharing this with, and this could be anything, you know, this could be anything, whether like whatever your true soul essence is, you are sharing that. So this is very you are very aware of your gifts, and you are using that to sharing that, and that is making you so happy. And that is what I get here. Pile number 4. So we are going to be talking about that, in regards to that, what you need to know about that. What does pile 4 need to know? What does pile 4 need to know about this? Expanding, sharing. You are this person, you're sharing this with everyone. Expanding yourself, your identity. You are in this energy right now, pile number 4, where you feel that the more you share your gifts, the more of yourself you are expanding. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You know, if you know that game where you know, there's this, you know how people or kings in the old times, they used to conquer and defeat different places to win territories and expand their property and land. Well, you are doing it in a very feminine way, where you're not conquering people, you're winning them. You know, you're not conquering them, you're winning them, is what I feel. And when you share yourself with others, you are expanding yourself, because a part of you exists in them now. Whoa, that is so cool. Oh my god, I never thought of it like that. And so every time you share your essence with somebody who is open to it, who is open to accepting it, you are sort of expanding yourself by sharing yourself with others. It's like you're not giving it away, you're expanding. It's like you already exist in your own consciousness, in your own body, but now you're existing in them also. Oh my god, that is so freaking cool. Wow, I never thought of it like that. Let's see, what does pile 4 need to know? Oh, I'm getting chills. That is so cool. What does pile 4 need to know? Okay, so I was getting this time energy. What is this talking about? I need to clarify what this is talking about. What is this talking about? This is very much like you are some manifester. Knife? What is this talking about? I have to check my other. What is this talking about? Pile 4. Behead. Law. Housing. Okay. So what you're doing here is what I'm getting, like in neuroscience there is this effect called the Stroop effect, where if you have some natural associations in your mind about a certain concept, let's say you associate an apple with being red, that's a natural association that you have developed either through inherently or through your own experiences and conditioning. Now you associate an apple as red, but if you were to see an apple that is blue, that is going to have to work against your natural associations in your mind. So what I'm getting here for you, pile 4, is that what you are doing through sharing this gift is exactly the same. Because your essence is so unlimited and liberated, when you are so full in your own self and you are expanding yourself by sharing that with others so that a part of you exists in them, what you're doing essentially is because it's so new and different to them, you are sort of doing that. You are sort of healing that imbalance in them. Your words make them work against them, like your words help them rewire their concepts, rework their concepts and ideas. And that's what I feel like what they have been traditionally used to. Like, you know how comedians, they are such good observers, and they will say things that's just gonna hit you like a truth bomb, and that's going to make you either become more conscious of it, and if you're very conscious of it and if you see something it can be better, then you're gonna work against your natural associations of that concept and change that within yourself. And that's the process of evolution, and that's the process of expansion and spirituality, basically. So you are doing that to other people because you've already done that for yourself, and in some way it's not just that they are being helped, you are sort of reinforcing your own concepts in your mind. Like, you know, the different set of neurons, every time you fire them similarly, the strength increases. So what happens is when you are saying those things, to sharing that with others, you're not only helping them rewire themselves, but you're also strengthening that idea and concept within yourself. Now, pile number 4, you guys are deep thinkers here. You guys are very aware and spiritually aware and conscious, I feel, because this level of heightened awareness is very special. And do let me know if you guys chose pile 4 and how this resonates with you. I'm very curious to know. So let's see, what does pile 4 need to know about this? I'm sorry if I was not very clear about my analogy on the neuroscience concepts, but hopefully I made sense. What does pile 4 need to know? What is powerful? I need to know. This is so cool. Okay. Yeah. So this card is not to be taken in a negative sense here for pile number 4. This is actually a good thing that you're doing by comparing, and this is so interesting because I never thought of it like that. So it's very interesting. So we always consider comparison as something bad, like you shouldn't compare yourself with anybody else, but the truth is everybody is showing you exactly who you are by, so it's giving you some sort of measure. Now when you see a same pattern happen in your people that are very close to you, like your parents, when you see them and compare yourself with them, like how you are doing similar things and similar tendencies, similar behavior, similar words, it's comparison, right? And I've never thought of it as a good thing till now, till this very moment, till this very reading. So thank you, pile number 4. So every time you compare and evaluate how you're doing the same thing, and if that serves you or not, you are sort of expanding yourself. So it's all about expansion for you guys, and you're just killing it, pile number 4. Killing it. You're just badass spiritual healers or something. Or even if you're not that, you're not a psychic or a healer or spiritual person, you are doing this in some way. You are very strong within who you are, and you're always trying to self-improve. You're very focused on that. You are a spiritual teacher, pile number 4. You are. Whether you realize it or not, whether you've gone through this yet or not, you are about to, or you are already killing it. Killing it. Okay. Let's see, what other cards do I need to take here? Okay, this one. Let's see, what does pile 4 need to know? What does pile 4 need to know? Responsibility, knowing, freedom. So you have been endowed with this. You're being a very responsible healer, teacher. You are trying to be very responsible in this because you are almost like a leader here in some way. And you take that you don't take that for granted, and you're taking it very seriously because you know that the sort of importance and impact it has on others. You're not taking this lightly, and so you're very conscious of what you say and share with other people because you know how much it can impact them positively or negatively, and so you try to make sure that you are doing it from a place of complete truth and love. What does pile 4 need to know? What does pile 4 need to know? And people are like, what? What did you see? They are so amazed and mind blown to have your light, your vibration, to be able to be a part of it, to be able to experience it. It's very special and different and unique for them, and they're really, really happy for it. You know, let's see, what is this talking about? Wait a minute. There's something going on here that I was not picking up. Let me just see, what is this talking about? No, that's not me. Exactly what I said. So this is almost like a very big impact you have. Your words, your energy, your truth has a very big impact on people, and you take that very seriously, and you share that with so much love. So we already had that, right? Oh God, yeah. So I was redoing it. So let's get a final message then for pack number 4. Final message. Final message for panel number 4, please. What does panel 4 need to know? Innocence. Panel number 4, you have the innocence of a newborn child, and you don't see it as naive or immature. There's so much maturity behind your innocence. And it has come with a lot of understanding of self, or a lot of self-reflection and evaluation of yourself. And this is special to you. This is very unique and special to you, and this is a very, like, this is really a gift that universe gave to you, because you can do it the most justice by number 4, and you're doing really great. And that's all of your message. So thank you for joining me, everyone. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.